Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna send the stream out on Instagram and we'll get started.
Do your thing, man.
It's just and just the general structure of this. This is how this is gonna go. Is so you have the worksheets in front of you. We're gonna do a bit of. We're not gonna do them yet. Like we're gonna have time and. The idea here is for you guys to really just spend some time thinking about designing your future self. Like and it's not your future self, right? It's not you 10 years into the future. It's probably you 3 months from now. What you can evolve, what you can change about yourself from now till then. And this is gonna give you a really practical way to do that. You're going to change essential aspects about yourself. You're going to set a goal. You're going to design a system around that goal. I mean, guys, this is going to be really practical. And I think some of the concepts here are just pretty practical, pretty simple. And you're going to come away with, all right, here's my plan. Here's where I want to go. And here's how I'm going to get there. So just set that time aside for yourself, and I think the more thought you put into it, the more you can sink into the present moment. Put away your phones, whatever. Jasper, put away your phone. So the more you guys can do that, I think the more you'll get out of it. So you sorry, excuse me. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna send the stream out on Instagram and we'll get started. Yeah, you guys can start looking through that. And apologies for the delay. Okay. All right, everyone. Let's get started here. So, welcome. Thank you, guys. I'm just gonna have my sort of my flashcards on here, so don't think I'm getting distracted. So, welcome, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for making the time. It's Memorial Weekend. I actually didn't know it was Memorial Weekend. I thought Memorial Weekend was next weekend, so I did it this weekend. So it wouldn't be on Memorial Weekend, but I mean, guys, it's Memorial Weekend. You guys are here. I really appreciate that, and I thank you a lot, and your future self thanks you too. Whoever you're becoming in the next few months, next year, next 3 years, they're thanking you. I mean, you're making the time, you're putting in the energy, you're putting in the effort, and the more we can continue to make that choice, the more we can continue to choose ourselves. The better we get. And the closer we get to our dreams. And I think all of you here, from what how much we've talked to you some more than others, but I think everyone here has a dream, has something inside of them they want to chase, something they want to go after, a new life that they're creating. And it's so cool to be here with you guys and be able to just share this moment and really just dive in. So let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
So, the thing is, it's about becoming your future self today, not waiting for some moment, for some event to happen in your life for you to change the way you exist, the way you interact in it. It's really about, it's like if all your dreams came true, if everything in your life was perfect in the way that you imagine it, you have the girl, you have the car, you have the house, you have the work that fulfills you, you have the purpose that infuses you. How would you feel if all of that were true today? And sort of stay in that feeling. And I think the key really is to feel that feeling all the time without having any of those things. To be as grateful, as loving, and as connected to your life as you can. Of course, we're evolving and we're moving towards a particular future. But, if you're able to really step into that and feel that and live in a future and live in your life today, being grateful for everything you have today, but knowing that you're moving towards the future, I think everything starts to happen a lot faster. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Do you guys have any questions? So, the key is really that even as you overcome the daily mountains, the challenges, the struggles, you wake up in the morning, you have 3 hours of work you got to knock out. Some mornings you're not going to be feeling great. You're going to be feeling a little bit low. Maybe you get a notification, something bad happens. The mountains you have to overcome are not in some distant future. They're every day. Like every day there's a little challenge you have to overcome, and you got to stay present. You got to stay active, and you have to feel the enthusiasm and a love for life in everything you do, because if not, you're going to let the external world, you're going to let the external challenges really just conquer you. And that, you can't let it conquer you. You got to stay energized. You got to stay happy. You got to stay loving. You got to stay relaxed. You got to stay awake. You got to stay energized. Just run it. Just like grab life. Grab the bull by the horns and just do your best and feel happy about it. Even if you're getting sent, across the state to Arkansas for work or something crazy, and you don't have any food you like, and there's a bunch of junk food at the airport, and you can't eat anything, and stay present, stay alive. And there's going to be moments where your mind is going to yammer at you. It's just going to hammer you with things like, okay, you can't do it. You're tired. What is this job that I have? I hate my job. I want to leave. I want to quit. You got to keep overcoming that. Keep overcoming it and keep overcoming it until you get to that moment where you're just happy and relaxed doing anything. But of course, knowing that you're moving towards the future. You have a plan. You're going in a direction, and you're staying happy, you're staying present, you're staying connected to your future and to your present as you go about your daily life. So that's what we're here to do. We're really here to dive into that point in time, that future point in time that you know you're going towards. And it's a continuous evolution. You're going to design your next self for 3 months into the future right now, but then 3 months in the future, you're going to get something great. You're going to achieve a great goal, and there's going to be something else. There's going to be dissatisfaction. There's going to be anger. There's going to be fear. There's going to be frustration. It's a journey of continuously achieving, doing something great, being happy, relaxed. These like states of ecstasy of like, wow, life is amazing. And then you fall again, and then you fall again. You fall into fear, you fall into frustration. Oh my God, my job, I don't want to be in this job anymore. And then bring yourself back. Wow, my life is amazing. Wow, I'm calm. Wow, I'm grateful. Wow, I'm making the time to move towards where I want to go. It's a continuous oscillation, continuous shift. It's a never-ending journey. So your identity, and this is the core of it. The key to behavior shift, the key to life shift, is changing your identity. Without changing your identity, it's really difficult to make anything happen, because your identity is your perspective. Your identity is the operating system through which you view the world. Your identity is the set of concepts that shape how you interact with everything. It is your core. And if you keep your same identity, but you try to reach goals that you've been trying to reach without shifting who you fundamentally are, it's going to be really difficult to achieve any of those goals. It's going to be extremely challenging. And listen, I think one of the key parts of identity, and something that everybody, we hold our identities so true to ourselves. Our family tells us, oh my, like, you're so smart, or you're so empathetic, or yeah, you tend to be a shy person, or yeah, you tend to be angry. Like, we build our identity around what we think about ourselves, but we also build our identity about what others think about ourselves. And I think it's very key, very important that you can rewire your identity. You can shift your personality. People say, oh yeah, you have a personality, you have a confident personality, or you have a shy personality, or you have an aggressive personality, or oh, that person is very peaceful. And people take that as the core of their genetic code. People take that as the truth, as if it were the book of life, or the Bible, or a fundamental truth about the world. But the reality is that you can shift your identity. You can shift your personality. You can shift the properties that you've known to be true about yourself your entire life. Let me give you an example. So when I was little, my family, and I think it is a very Latin American thing, has this cultural thing where you're either a math person or you're either like a language person. And I think that happens especially in Venezuela. That's where my family's from. That happens because in high school you either choose to go in the science route or in the language and arts and political science type of route. And for my whole childhood and well into high school, I believed that I was a language person. I'm a language person, but I was really good at math in 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And when I got to high school, I just sort of got lazy, and I started telling myself this story of, oh, you know what? I'm just a language person. So I started doing really bad at math. I got an A in geometry in 9th grade. Then I got a B in algebra in 10th grade. Then I got a C in pre-calc in 11th grade. And I didn't even take math in 12th grade. But I always had this concept of engineering that was obscure. I never understood what engineering was. I thought it was some strange people in some lab like I didn't understand what engineering was just because I didn't have that exposure. When I understood what engineering was, when I understood that engineering was bringing technology to reality, was creating new artifacts, understanding physics, understanding the laws of the universe, and putting them together in a way that is magical and useful for people, I fell in love with it. I mean, I fell in love with this idea of engineering, but it was a challenge for me in college because I had grown up the past 4 years, or almost my whole life before that, thinking, oh, I'm not a math person. And that shifted my behavior, that identity, that lens through which I viewed my life changed how I interacted with it and set barriers around how I was practicing mathematics, set barriers around how I was practicing all these other things. So I think it's so important because our identity influences the way we interact with our reality in so many different ways that it can be difficult for us to see. And you have to really start diving into your own consciousness, into your own behaviors, into your own thoughts. And your mind, you need to become an observer of your mind. Your mind needs to become an observatory. And the way to do that is to go deep and to find silence. And that can be difficult in a world where, I used to have dinner and watch YouTube for an hour and a half while I had dinner. No space for the mind to think. And the whole day I was just working and doing other things. So no space for me to just observe my thoughts and go deep within myself and understand how all the layers connect. And I think the core here is that your identity is the operating system that defines you. So it's very important to get very clear about what your identity is. And this is, guys, a never-ending process. Understanding your identity is a never-ending process. So keep understanding that architecture, understanding how all the parts influence each other. And Dr. Joe Dispenza, who's super inspiring to me as a person, as a teacher, I really recommend you guys look up some of his work. Change your personality, change your personal reality. Change begins within. Once we change the beliefs, so to this whole math story, started studying engineering, understanding, bringing technology into life. College, I took the engineering courses. I got through the challenges. I rewired my identity. I understood that the way I had built my mind was based on cultural viewpoints and familial statements about who I am, and I was able to rewire it, reshape it, and now I do engineering. Now I'm an engineer. So, but it was a huge struggle though. It was a huge struggle. I failed calculus twice. I only got it on the third time in college. And that's the power of it. Once we understand where our beliefs come from and how they've been shaped, we can hit the reset button. And I think it's so important to hit that reset button. And so here are the components of the identity. Keep these in mind. We're gonna go through each one of these. And again, this is just one way of viewing your identity. I'm sure there's 20,000 other ways to put together the architecture of an identity, but here are some that we can work with today so that we can shift. And then, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to jump into the first worksheet. All right, so here are the fundamental cores of the identity. So one is beliefs, right? So what you believe about yourself. So I'm just going to say them all, and then I'm going to go and teach. So beliefs, behaviors and habits, emotional states, powers, traits, work, social role, visions of the future, and knowledge. So all of these connect to give you your perspective and, again, the set of actions that you can take in reality. Your identity, your perception, your brain has this set of actions. It's like buttons in a video game or skills in a video game that you can select from. When you shift your identity, when you shift what you think you can do, when that action set expands, new possibilities get created. New visions, new places you can go get created. I spent a couple of years not leaving my house, just watching Netflix and eating a lot because I had this whole social anxiety thing in the past, whatever. But the set of actions I could take were very limited. They were just work, watch Netflix, eat sweet potatoes, go to the farmer's market. Like that was my life for like 2 years. And it was so hard for me to break out of that identity. I was very sad, and I was always just really pitying myself. And again, it was really hard for me to break out of that state, for me to have new visions of the future. But I changed that. And the set of actions I could take, I don't know, I sent a couple of you guys a picture of last week. I put it on Instagram. I was waving around a fire sword. I went to this strange fire bending event. Some people that put fire on hula hoops and had swords and had torches. It was really interesting. Whatever. New action I could take, new exploration, new quest unlocked. And that happens when you change your action set. Guys, change begins within. For your external world to change, your internal world needs to change. That's the key. So your beliefs, how you view yourself and the world. So your beliefs about yourself. Okay, so I'm not that smart, or I'm smart. Or I'm an angry person, or I'm a calm person. I'm a shy person, or I'm a confident person. And that simple belief shifts, again, your action set. If I'm a shy person, I'm not talking to people. If I'm a confident person, I'm going out and I'm talking to people. But maybe your family has told you your whole life that you're shy. My family, my mom actually, since I was little, she's always told me, you're an empathetic person. She always tells me that. You're an empathetic, and I've become an empathetic person. That's a positive one, but there might be negative ones too. You're not a math person. My parents tried to convince me for 5 years that I shouldn't do engineering. I don't know, and I proved them wrong, but not because it was a proving thing. I just really believe that when they grew up with this mindset, there's math and there's language. I was like, no. Here's the new mindset is there's both. It's all one. It's like the whole universe is connected. There's an abstract set of concepts, a way of viewing the world that is going to allow you to integrate both. Why are you telling me that that's the fundamental truth of reality? Is it just not? So those are your beliefs, and your beliefs about the world. So your beliefs about how the world operates. Do you believe that there's immense opportunity around the world? Do you believe that the world is coming after you? People are out to get you? Or do you believe that, life is always happening for you? You believe that there's a lot of friends you can make in the world? Do you believe that people are fundamentally bad? Do you believe that people are fundamentally good? What do you believe? And really understanding this, thinking about this every day, and really diving deep into the architecture of your mind, it can be really, really powerful. And it's really every day, you might just come up, that's a new belief I have. Or that's a belief I've had for such a long time. I come across those all the time because as you really start to analyze your mind, you start to see the layers of your subconscious. Okay, so behaviors and habits. And I don't want to spend that much time on all this. So behaviors and habits, those are the loops that you run every day. So you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do? You pick up your phone or you do breath work? Boom. Wake up in the morning, jump in the cold shower, do some breath work, be grateful for life, be grateful for existing. Or wake up in the morning, check up your phone, look at Gmail, look at LinkedIn, worry about something, check WhatsApp, see what your family's saying in the family group chat, and then eat cereal and watch the news, or spend 2 hours writing about your thoughts on how quantum computing is going to change AI agents, or how you're going to think throughout your day as you go about your work, or spending an hour thinking about all the beliefs you hold about life. So what are your behaviors and what are your habits? What do you like to eat? How do you exercise? Like, these are the things that can shift, that eventually become part of your identity, that can shift your life. And then your emotional states. Like, how are you feeling right now? Check. How am I feeling? How are you feeling right now? Are you energized? Are you curious? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you depressed? Are you thinking about lunch? How is that emotional state registering in your body? What is that energetic register? And I don't mean like, oh, energy, like woo woo, like no. I'm just saying like your energetic register, the way you feel right now. And there's some days where I wake up and I'm just like, oh my God. And I work for an hour, I get an hour of good work done, I do something like this, I'm super happy. Then I get to 9 to 5, whatever, not YouTube. I get into my 9 to 5, whatever, and I'm just dreading this work that I have to do. And I'm getting 1 Slack here, 10 Slacks there, someone's calling me, my manager's calling me. Now I have to build an agent for 3 hours, and that's fun. But then I'm checking WhatsApp, and I'm checking Slack again, and I'm checking Slack, and then my mind goes crazy. And then I start thinking, oh my God, what am I doing here? I should be in Mexico, like just in Puerto Escondido, just like running my company. Like, why am I doing all this? Like, and what are your emotional states? What are your emotional patterns? What triggers those emotional patterns? Does a cold shower trigger extreme energy? Does the way you interacted with your boss trigger a certain energy? Are you anxious in front of other people? How is that anxiety showing up in your life? And just realizing how you go between emotional sequences. How you go from anxiety to or maybe just neutrality, to happiness, to anxiety, to depression, to something else. There's really understanding your emotional patterns. And then your powers. And I think these 3 are very important. And then the rest we can just touch on quickly. So your powers, your special talents and gifts. What do you have? What's inside of you? What are you great at? It could be music. It could be talking to others and making others feel loved. It could be so many different powers that you can have in your life. It could be writing. It could be programming. And then your traits. So what defines you day to day? Are you a visionary? Are you confident? Are you shy? What are those traits? Like, what are those personality traits that again can be shifted? And then your work. What do you do for a living? That shapes your identity. And maybe that's something you want to change. Maybe that's something you don't want to change. But it's an important part of, you spend a lot of time working, We all spend a lot of time working. Your social role, your place in society. Who are you to your family? Who are you to your friends? Who are you to your coworkers? Your social role. How are you as a father? How are you as a brother? As a grandson, granddaughter? And then your visions of your future. That's a part of your identity too. What's in your subconscious, what informs the way that you live your life every day. Is your vision of the future you in the exact same loop subconsciously? Or is your vision of your future you in some beautiful farm somewhere out there in the universe, exploring, creating, designing? And then your knowledge. What do you know? What do you know about the world? Like what is the structure of your mind? What information have you stored about the way the world works? So again, this is just one lens to view identity through. This is one interpretation of it. There are infinite interpretations. I'm sure you read Carl Jung, you'll come up with a whole new way to look at identity. But the point I want to get here at is all these components, they can be rearranged. It's hard to rearrange them because they're biologically wired into the way you act every day, but you can rearrange. You can rearrange this. And I think understanding it, breaking it down, recomposing, that's the key. And doing so in a way that's realistic. That's why we're about to design our next self. 3 months down the line, 4 months down the line. Like, what are the things you can change today to really make a difference? And, you know, I'm going to challenge you to really make it unlimited, to really like bring up the bar of what you're doing. So bring it up. That's what we're here to do. I mean, that's what we're here to do together, and we're here to support each other. Like, the world changes one individual at a time. So, time to design our future selves. I think I've given you the components you need, the definitions, and that's going to be the first worksheet. It's going to be 2 pages. So it starts with beliefs and behaviors, and then there's the rest of it. So 2 belief shifts, 2 emotional state shifts, 2 traits, 2 fields of knowledge to master, 2 behavior shifts, 2 powers, and 2 visions of your future. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Again, I invite you to really dive into this and just put your best foot forward. All right, 10 minutes, starting. Started. Go back to the previous slide? Yeah, of course. Anybody wants more water? There's more water.
You go back, Matthias, and see how you define traits.
It's what defines you every day, and
What do you mean by that?
the way I think about it is
Like an example.
Like a personality trait.
yeah, personal attribute.
Optimistic, loving, caring.
Yeah, personal attribute. Yeah.
How does that differ? So talents would be more something, a practical thing that you're like
Talents.
traits and powers. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Difference. I think that's kind of.
Yeah, traits is a personal attribute, something that defines you in your day to day. Having trouble finding the words. It's like curious, visionary, abundant, or fearful. Like I'm a fearful person. I'm a happy person. I'm a
Cool. I gotcha.
yeah. And powers is just more, a superpower you have. Hugging people. I don't know.
I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, you are. I mean, that's actually one of your powers. All right, we have 2 minutes left. 10 seconds. Do you guys want more time? Does anybody need more time? You guys good?
Take 1 more minute.
Okay. All right, everybody stand up. All right, we're gonna do a very simple breathing exercise. You're gonna bring up your energy. Like the idea here is to just bring up your energy. Like get everything flowing through you, do some jumps, and we're gonna go into meditation right after. So, all right, let's get some jumps, loosen up. All right, now we're just gonna go like this, and you might have done this before. But it's just in and out. Feel the energy forth. Feel the energy flowing through you. Guys, we're heroes. I mean, we're becoming something powerful. Becoming something powerful right now. All right, take one breath. All right, stop. Now one deep breath in. Hands on your heart. Close your eyes. Feel the energy flowing through you, coursing through your veins, coming from your heart. Don't think too much with your brain. Don't think too much with your brain. Right now, just feel it. All right. Now we're gonna go to the top of the mountain. So sit down. Everybody sit down. All right, you can stay standing, actually. Sit or stand, whatever you guys prefer. Okay. All right. Now, please, eyes closed. We're about to go deep. So, take a deep breath. Eyes closed and relax. Relax. Feel your body as a totality. Feel the wholeness of it. The strength within it, the power radiating from your heart, from your soul, from the essence of your life. Take another deep breath in. Focus your attention on your head. And as you breathe out, let all the tension go. Now your neck and your chest. Another deep breath in. focus your attention on these areas of your body. Then let it go. Feel it all loosen. Feel it all relax. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to think about. We already remembered who we're becoming. Take another deep breath in. Notice your arms, your shoulders, elbows, biceps, triceps, your wrists, your forearms, your hands, your fingertips. Focus your attention and your energy and just let it all go. Blow it all out. Just feel your body relaxing. Let your thoughts, let the information you've put on the page integrate into your body. Again, another deep breath into the stomach and lower back. Feel it, perceive it, use your senses, be the consciousness of yourselves. Let it all go. Relax it. Relax it. Let it flow. Let the energy flow. Feel the energy flowing through your veins. Feel your life force. And then, now your pelvis, your upper legs, your thighs. Breathe in. Focus on it. Understand it. Comprehend it. Feel it. And let it go. Relax. Let go of all the stress. Let go of the week. Let go of the thoughts. Let go of your past. Just be here as an awareness. Now your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Take a deep breath in. Focus your attention and your perception on these parts of your body. Find any tensions. And breathe out and let the tensions go. Let it all flow out. Let it all flow out. Stay here. Keep your eyes closed because you've arrived at the mountaintop. The birds sing. The sun lights up the world around you with warming brilliance. Extraordinary mountains and a blue sky surround you. You're happy. You're present. And feel the joy, the love, the extraordinary strength of the energy flowing from your heart. You did it. You got to the point where you love what you do 24/7. Feel it. Feel the relief, the power, the love you have for life. It's all radiating from your heart. Infinite golden energy courses through your veins. Feel it buzzing, vibrating, spreading through your entire body. You're a cloud of sensation, an engine of gratitude. The very love that powers and keeps the world together. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And now, in this dimension, it is time to go into a new dimension. So, as yourself, on the mountaintop, close your eyes. It is time to move beyond your body, to move beyond yourself. Feel your soul, a golden orb of light, of goodness, kindness, simple awareness, leaving your body and floating above it. Rise above yourself, slowly, gently. Continue to rise. Look down at yourself below with love, with kindness, as a gentle, powerful awareness. An expression of pure consciousness, of love itself. Now, as that orb of light, of awareness, begin to expand your consciousness and merge yourself with the very fabric of existence that creates and threads everything around you. Let us stay here. We are the unifying force, the love that courses through the world, the light that touches everything, the energy that threads the universe together. Take a deep breath in. And relax, let it out, and feel the energy, feel your love as the love that binds it all together, flowing out from you and touching all the beings that you would like to infuse with love. And as this energy, we realize that we are this energy. It is always within us, always a thread moving through our consciousness, whether we see it or not. We all come from this energy, from this light, from this fabric. It is our essence, beyond the vessels that we've embodied on this planet. And now, let's return to the body as love itself, as this energy. And without opening our eyes, come back to our bodies 3-4 months into the future. What actions are you taking? How do you interface with the world? Envision it. Let your mind be the painter. Let your mind design multiple realities simultaneously in parallel flows. How are your mornings? What is your routine? How do you approach your evenings? What is your emotional state in your evenings? How do you recharge for the next day? What emotions do you feel less of now? What emotions do you feel more of now? What have you cultivated? Feel into it. Feel into your strength, your honor, your extraordinary kindness, gentle enthusiasm. Feel into what makes you, you. What powers have you developed? Feel them. Understand the practice around them. What traits have you integrated into yourself? What project did you bring to reality? What fields of knowledge have you integrated and mastered? This is where we are, in a new reality, having overcome the daily waves of challenges that happen for us, that shape us to greater people, to greater souls, to more evolved beings. Feel the triumph that comes from having overcome all of those challenges, the contributions you've made. It's so powerful. It fills you with light, with purpose. And let's sit in this energy for a few more moments and bring it all together. Feel it coursing through your body. A new life. Begin to bring your awareness back without opening your eyes yet. Bring that energy back into this field, to this dimension, to this time, into a time that has been influenced by the information that you have just accessed, into a time where you have been reshaped, restructured, rewired by the you, ahead of you, that is a part of you. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Come back. Okay, guys. How's everybody feeling? Good?
That's great.
All right. Now, let's get super practical. Let's get super practical. Like, let's really bring it all back. Let's bring it all here. Now it's going to be time to set your goal. Set your goal next 3-4 months. It could be a year. Just make it achievable very soon. Like, let's set the target. Let's set the target. But before we do that, tell the person next to you who you've become. So I'll give you a couple minutes.
Stop right next with within yourself. Who are you? And for those businesses, and controls how the flow of wealth or energy,
You're powerful,
whatever you want to call it, comes in
passionate.
without having to work for it.
They ooze inspiration to others.
Do you find that you do, or have you done practice like this before? Where you've been this intentional for this degree?
About 3 weeks ago.
Because it kind of works out those little breadcrumbs where like you thought about this and maybe you
I think that's
set
key.
you about it a little bit and you kind of continue to refine from there too.
Yeah. I also like to inspire. So transmit my energy and happiness.
I think one of the things that I'm leaning into is just like continuing to kind of like build this trust in myself and letting go of this like continual search for that mindset of like being separate from what it is that I'm trying to create in my career, my health.
I appreciate what I
Just
did,
like,
but you're in control of it now.
yeah. I think the problem is,
Say again? What do you become? Discipline and consistent in my actions.
say again?
No.
I've become someone I'm proud of. I'm living in alignment with who I know I can be. And I've gotten way closer to closing the gap of who I show up and how I want to show up and how like what I see for myself.
And what is that?
As long as it's self-sabotaging both like in action and in thought. Someone who is like, it's like this yes but, and is operating from a place of fear or this like underpinning of fear that like I'm doing this because I have to, or I'm trying because I have to, not because like I trust myself or like there's this conviction or confidence or optimism or like this like dial between fear and excitement. Like those emotions are so closely tied to one another. And like how can you continue to push that to excitement? And it all takes like 5%. Like just push it a little bit more. Like just gotta keep like driving that habit over and over again.
Okay, guys, let's continue. So, the goal. What is the goal? The goal is a measurable, achievable objective that your future self has already completed. So, look at it from that lens, from where we are right now. Look back at your past from that perspective and think about the one goal that when you achieved it, changed everything. That as you journeyed, as you labored, as you hammered at it, changed your life. Changed who you became, rewired your habits, rewired your identity, changed your beliefs about yourself, about what you can do, about your capacity, changed your behaviors, changed the level of your powers, changed your emotional patterns that really forced you to come up against yourself and to rewire, to go against the biological patterns that hold us captive in this precise moment of reality. That's evolution. It's painful. It's rewarding. It's powerful. Seems impossible sometimes, but it's doable. And we get there. We always get there. That's the most important thing to know. So it's time to set a goal. And I'm going to give you an example of a book. With a book. So a goal is a simple, achievable, measurable objective. So, for example, here are the 4 properties. Simple, measurable, time-bound, specific. So I want to sell copies of my book. Measurable. I want to sell 1,000 copies of my book. Boom. Put a measurable objective around it. Time-bound. I want to sell 1,000 copies of my book in 3 months. Specific. I want to sell 1,000 copies of my book in 3 months to college students who want to find their purpose and learn any skill in 3 months. So the 4 properties of goals, apart from these, make it moderately hard, again, have concrete verbs and actions. You know, the more process you can design around it, the better you understand the set of actions, the set of concepts, the cognitive movement of your mind, the better you're going to be able to articulate it. And then 4 is going to be weekly assessment. If you can see how you're doing against your objective and its sub-objectives and that measurement, and understand how you're moving week to week and build the habit of reflection, of weekly reflection, it's going to get easier. You're going to get better. And really understanding that sequence of actions that takes you to achieving it, like that, you know, I say that, the sequence of actions, but what is that really? I mean, that can be before you sit down and writing. Before you sit down to write, you do breath work. Or before you sit down to write, you're grateful for life. Or before you sit down to write, you read Shakespeare's, one of Shakespeare's poems, and then you do breath work, then you connect to your heart, and after that, you create a voice note, and for 10 minutes about the power of writing and how it's helping you connect to your purpose, and then you start writing, right? So your process is so important. So important. And there's an infinite number of ways to try things out. So just think about it. Like, keep it in mind as you build, as you create. So important. All right, guys. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You have your worksheet. Write down your goal. And again, you know, we have 5 minutes here. We're on the time crunch, but you'll have time in your life. Everybody done? You guys need more time, or you guys good?
Good.
Okay. All right. Let's continue. So, all right. Now we have our goal. We have our goal. We have a target. It's going to be up to you to hit it. Now, setting goals is important. But as I alluded to earlier, setting the system around your goal that is going to help you achieve that goal is more important than the goal itself. Way more important. How you create a process around it, how you infuse the knowledge into yourself that is going to allow you to achieve that goal, what experiences you expose yourself to achieve that goal faster, how you break out of your biological set of habits to step into a new version of yourself and achieve that goal faster. All those things are going to help you achieve your goal. So the next turn of the crank here, and the final turn of the crank for today, is a system. Your system. Now, a system is, of course, a computer system, right? A system is a chemical system that takes water and will process it, and a system will take in a set of inputs, it will engage in a set of steps, and it will produce an output, right? A rocket is a system. The whole planet is a system. A plant can be a system. Takes in sunlight and water and soil and brings out oxygen, CO2, and brings out oxygen and flowers and fruit. Now, the system we're talking about here is the system of your life, the system of who you are, the system of your habits, your beliefs, your environment, the rituals. Your system is you. You are the system. And we're here to create a system that is going to guide you into the person you need to be to achieve that goal. We're going to create a system that allows you to be the hero, that allows you to create more, do more, love more, give more to the world. There's so much suffering, there's so much depression, there's so much ignorance, and people like us that are here analyzing ourselves, willing to improve ourselves, willing to evolve, willing to make changes. We were talking about this the other day, Jasper. You know, we are the light of the world. And I say that without ego. I say that with simple truth. If you look at who we are today compared to the rest of the world, it's important to know that we can make it our mission, if we want to help others, whether that's with a book, a new technology, a way of being, just being nicer to our family. If you can contribute to someone's life in some way, that's enough. And we're here to challenge ourselves and continue to do that better. So, change our identity. We set a goal. Now we're going to build a system. The hero is built, is forged, is constructed in the system. The system is what allows us to grow and create, to get better, and to achieve our goals faster. And so I just want to make a quick differentiation here. The goal is the outcome. The goal is the outcome. It's measurable. It's time-bound. The system is the process. It's the daily architecture that produces it. It is the daily architecture that produces it. And again, the system has so many components. You guys saw the components of your identity, right? It's complex. There's many relationships. There's many interactions. There's many interfaces. There's many outputs that get sent to downstream inputs that then get other outputs. So it's up to us to really understand and organize And I think it's important to keep it simple too. Yes, it can be very complex, but let's try to keep it real simple. Better biological habits, better mindset habits, better beliefs, better behaviors can lead to better outcomes, more fulfillment, more joy, more happiness, more love, and more sense of purpose. Purpose is powerful. Purpose is my engine. Purpose is my engine. And it gives meaning to life. It's so important. So, guys, I'm going to give you 7 minutes. You guys have a worksheet. Time blocks as Legos. Build some processes. Build some support structures around your goal. When are you going to rest? What are you going to do in the morning? You're going to be grateful for life. You can tell yourself that you're unlimited. Every day, I have this paper, I'll bring it around in a second, that I look at every morning that reminds me of key information that informs my day. Because it's so easy to forget who we are, who we're becoming, and the new knowledge we've gained. Because there's just so much information floating around. And information is going to always lead us to more experience, more creation, more reminders of who it is that we've become and the things that we've learned. It's easy to forget them. So you have your day job, or maybe not. You can do something like deep work, focus 1 hour, 2 hours, wake up at 5 a.m., no phone, no email, no nothing, just 2 hours of deep work. And then exercise. How are you doing exercise? Social. How are you filling up your social batteries? All those things. And I just gave you examples on that worksheet. But architect your week to support your goal. So I'll give you 7 minutes. And guys, this is the final leg. So final worksheet. We're almost there. So again, if you need to get up, if you need to stand, you drink some water, do some push-ups, like final burst of energy. It's Saturday. We're almost at Memorial Weekend. Let's build a system that's going to support our goals. So 7 minutes. We have 2 minutes left. All right. Guys, that's it.
Yeah. Get it.
So, to close this out, you guys did it. Conceptualized the future self. You existed within your future self. Moved to a new dimension. Biologically integrated that information. And it's going to be a struggle. You're going to come up against yourself again and again and again. Every day is going to be a challenge. Things are going to be thrown at you. You're not going to know what to do. You're going to be faced with decisions. Do this, do that, this way or that way. But you're always going to know what the right choice is. And your body's going to tell you no. You're going to tell yourself no. But you've got to overcome that. You got to keep choosing yourself. You got to keep choosing the path that is going to give the most love to the world. Keep choosing that path. That path is going to reward you with an infinite level of gratitude, passion, gratefulness for existence, purpose. It's going to level you up. It's going to force you to become someone you could have never imagined. It's going to take you down a whole new set of dreams, a whole new set of pathways. The architecture of your life is going to change. We're going to be in a new dream. We're going to keep waking up in a new dream, and it's going to get more and more beautiful, more and more extraordinary. And guys, I'm telling you, it's happening. Like, it's happening right now. And the more we work on ourselves, the more change we create within, the more change is going to be in our worlds. And there's a lot to do, guys. A lot of problems to solve, a lot of people to love, a lot of things we can bring into the world. So keep becoming your next self. Keep setting goals. Keep building systems around those goals, and keep staying accountable. That's what we're here for, to support each other. We're all here. As you guys are running up against things, reach out to each other. Reach out to me. We have a community group chat. Like, let's keep going. You know, like, this is a starting point, or not a starting point, but this is an opportunity to open a new chapter and to continue building. And we're going to get the results. We're all going to get there together. Wherever we want to go, we're going to get there. Because it's not about you, it's not about me, it's not about what it is that we're doing for ourselves, it's about what we're doing for the world. It's about the maximum expression of the love in our hearts for the world. That's what it means to me to become a hero. That's why this is called Hero's Path. Because I really believe we're unlimited, we're powerful, we're extraordinary, and there is so much we can create. There is so much we can create. So, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
that was awesome. Thank you.
Thanks,